Students, I'll start with chapter number 8. And yes, the name of the chapter is Agriculture Sector. Economics, chapter number 8. We all know agriculture sector, one of the important sectors as far as our economy is concerned. And yes, as usual, as the chapter starts, we always start with an introduction. So over here also I'll start with the introduction of the chapter. Now, agriculture sector we all know is primary and important sector in all the economies of the world, and yes, obviously, our country is not an exception. In our country also, agriculture sector is very much important. Now, this sector not only provides food grains, vegetables, fruits, flowers, but it also provides raw material to industrial sector. Yes, it provides raw material to industrial sector means there are many industries which are agro-based industries. Examples you all know, फ्रूट जूस बनाने वाली, फिर यस जो आटा बनाती है वो, ऑयल, groundnut oil, all these are examples of agro-based industries, and yes, the raw materials are provided to industries, to agro-based industries by agriculture sector. Now, the agricultural productivity of every country of the world is different. Yes, as the climate is different, soil is different, conditions अलग होती हैं, so it is but natural that agricultural productivity of every country differs. That gives production, employment, and income generation in various proportions. Yes, agriculture sector provides employment, it provides income generation in various different proportions. Very simple, easy, and short था यहाँ पे हमारा introduction of the chapter. So I'll start with the next topic, that is importance of agriculture sector. Now, since ancient times, India has been an agricultural nation. Yes, we all know our country is agricultural nation. Due to high dependency on this sector for agriculture production, for employment, and for exports. Yes, we are dependent on agriculture for employment, for exports also, and it is like the lifeline of our country. It is backbone, as the backbone is important in human body. In the same way, agriculture is of much importance in our country. And yes, so in give reasons, in this way it is asked that agriculture has got the status of being the backbone of the economy, लाइफलाइन ऑफ आर कंट्री. इस तरह से गिव रीजंस में भी कभी कभी पूछ लिया जाता है. Now, Indian economy is dependent on agriculture on various aspects. We have already studied about, yes, as it provides raw material to industries. But if, yes, Indian economy is dependent on agriculture for various aspects, then main reason being, if Indian agriculture fails to produce food grains, vegetables, fruits and flowers, it will not only affect but raw material which are cash crops and used in industries that also fail. In that situation, agricultural goods are not available in enough quantity. Yes, agriculture sector जो है ऐसा नहीं सिर्फ इंडस्ट्रीज में काम आता है, बट वी ऑल नो क्योंकि वहाँ से गेहूँ, चावल, पल्सेस, फूड ग्रेन्स एक्सेट्रा ये सब भी प्रोडक्शन होता है. और अगर फेल हो जाएगा एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, सो इट इज़ बट नेचुरल कि जो एग्रीकल्चर गुड्स हैं, जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, जितने क्वांटिटी में हमें चाहिए उतने में वो अवेलेबल नहीं हो पाएंगे. तो इट मीन्स ओवर हियर इन सिंपल वर्ड्स आई कैन से दैट द सप्लाई विल बी लेस एंड द डिमांड विल बी मोर, सो ऑटोमेटिकली the prices will increase. And if the prices will increase, yes, it will definitely affect the life of people. Price increase हो जाएगा तो obvious सी बात है, it will have a negative impact on common person's pocket. Now, in addition to that, big proportion of India's population, that is 68.8%, बहुत बड़ा proportion है, as per the census of 2011, live in rural areas. And yes, we all know rural areas, basically people have the occupation of, yes, agriculture. And if in such circumstances agriculture production fails, then the income of big mass gets affected negatively. Now, due to this, they have to reduce the demand for industrial products. Thus, on one side, industries are not getting enough raw material, and on the other side, industrial products are not adequately demanded. Now, simple and easy logic है यहाँ पे students. यहाँ पे अगर प्रोडक्शन जितना चाहिए उतना नहीं हो पाएगा कोई भी रीजन से, सो इट इज़ बट नेचुरल के इंडस्ट्रीज जो एग्रो बेस्ड हैं उन्हें उतनी चीज़ें जितनी उन्हें चाहिए रॉ मटेरियल के रूप में उतना उनको मिल नहीं पाएगा. एंड फार्मर्स जो हैं वो भी कभी कभी इतना ज़्यादा अर्न नहीं कर पाते हैं, और अगर वो भी अर्न नहीं कर पाएंगे तो फार्मर्स जो हैं जो डिमांड करते हैं वो टीवी, फ्रिज, मोबाइल, ऑल सच काइंड ऑफ गैजेट्स, उनका भी डिमांड कम हो जाएगा. Thus, we can say that agricultural failure provide failure to industrial sector. Yes, industrial sector भी fail हो जाएगा अगर agriculture sector fail हो गया तो. And where both are badly affected, it is but natural that the third sector, that is, yes, you all know, it is the service sector will also get affected. Service sector पर भी negative impact पड़ेगा because ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं फूड ग्रेन्स ये सब स्टोर होते हैं गोडाउन्स में. गोडाउन्स यस वो सर्विस सेक्टर में आते हैं. ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वो सेक्टर भी नेगेटिवली इफेक्ट होगा. सो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर फेल्स देन द एंटायर इकोनॉमी विल ऑल्सो फेल. सो इन शॉर्ट वी कैन से दैट if agriculture sector fails, economy fails. If agriculture sector succeeds, then the nation will definitely progress. And so we can say that agriculture sector is known as backbone of the nation. Now, India utilizes industrialization since 1956 at a second 5-year plan. ये भी आप लोगों ने पहले भी स्टडी किया है कि in our country maximum importance was given to industrialization since the second 5-year plan. So the government of India has made efforts to industrialize the nation, but even today, India is known as agriculture-oriented economy. No doubt the importance was given to industrialization, but still today the importance is given to agriculture sector because many people earn because of agriculture sector in our country, and it is backbone, it is lifeline. वो भी हम अभी study कर चुके हैं. It should be noticed that due to planning efforts, dependency on agriculture production, income, employment, export revenue have been reduced. Now, planning efforts ऐसे हैं जिसकी वजह से इनकम, एम्प्लॉयमेंट, एक्सपोर्ट रेवेन्यू ये जो है एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्शन में डिक्रीज होता जा रहा है. In spite of this, even today, the development rate of economy is dependent on growth of agriculture sector. इतना सब होने के बाद भी जो rate of development है economy का, that is dependent on agriculture sector. Now, I move on to our next main heading, that is present situation of agriculture sector in India. It is basically divided into 6 different parts. First part is contribution in national income. Now, we all know that our country has always remained agriculture oriented. वो ब्रिटिशर्स के आने के पहले हो, वो ब्रिटिशर्स के आने के बाद हो, या जब ब्रिटिशर्स थे तभी भी. During planning period, industrialization is mainly focused upon, and due to that, as compared to past, the present scenario of agriculture shows abnormal changes. Yes, sir. प्लानिंग पीरियड में वी ऑल नो अगेन द सेम थिंग इज रिपीटेड. इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन को ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस दिया गया था, इसीलिए एग्रीकल्चर में एबनॉर्मल चेंजेस देखे गए हैं. प्रेजेंटली वी ऑल नो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर प्रोवाइड्स मच मोर एम्प्लॉयमेंट, प्रोडक्शन एंड एक्सपोर्ट इनकम एज कम्पेयर टू पास्ट, बट चेंजेस हैव बीन सीन इन दीज areas. Though agriculture sector provides maximum employment to the economy, its contribution to the share in total revenue, that is national income, as compared to other sectors of economy is least. Yes, ये एम्प्लॉयमेंट भले सबसे ज़्यादा प्रोवाइड करता है, मगर इसका शेयर जो है वो नेशनल इनकम में वो दूसरों के कंपैरिजन में कम है. Now to understand these changes, yes, we have a table that is on the screen to you students. To understand these changes about their type and direction, let us examine the several sectors of present scenario of agriculture. Now, contribution in national income is given to you, and yes, different years का हम लोगों को दिया हुआ है. But before that, the beginning few lines of the para says that this agriculture sector is also known as primary sector. You all know. The income of agriculture sector is also known as income of primary sector. Now, agriculture sector में it includes what? Agriculture crops, but natural, poultry, farming, fisheries and cattle rearing. This is also you all know. Now, as per the economic survey of 2011 and 12, yes, you can see on the screen also the contribution of agriculture sector in national income, that is GDP, was, yes, beginning में now yes 2011-12 13.9 था, जबकि 1950-51 में it was 53.1. yes, ये इकोनॉमिक सर्वे जो है उसके बारे में पहले बताया गया. इकोनॉमिक सर्वे जो हुआ था 2011-12 में, उसके हिसाब से 1950-51 में it was 53.1%, which reduced to 13.9 in the year 2011-12. yes, over here constant prices के हिसाब से आप लोगों को बताया गया है. reason again same thing, we all know, because great emphasis, great importance was given to industrialization. So, since 1956, this fall in contribution in national income of agriculture sector is due to speedy progress of non-agriculture sectors, that is the rest of the two sectors. The development of agriculture sector in India has become a complex issue. Yes, this has become a complex issue, students. Now, the second one is employment. Yes, it provides employment to maximum of the people in our country. Now, in agriculture sector is the sector which provides maximum employment in India. At the time of independence, 72% population was engaged in agriculture and allied activities. Allied activities, you all know, 72% यानी कि बहुत ज़्यादा लोग जो थे वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए डिपेंडेंट थे एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में. नाउ आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस द डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस हैज़ बिकम स्पीडियर, स्पेशली द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज एंड सर्विस सेक्टर. वी ऑल नो, हम इंडिपेंडेंट हुए, हम फ्री हुए, उसके बाद हमारा प्रोसेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट जो था, क्योंकि हम फ्री हो गए, हम अपने हिसाब से पॉलिसीज़ बना सकते थे, तो जो डेवलपमेंट का जो स्पीड था वो इंक्रीज होने लगा था. स्पेशली इंडस्ट्रीज एंड सर्विस सेक्टर दोनों ने अचीव किया फास्टर ग्रोथ रेट देन द एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर. देयरफॉर द एम्प्लॉयमेंट डिपेंडेंसी ऑन एग्रीकल्चर रिड्यूस्ड, वो कम हुआ था. इन द ईयर 2001-2002 it was 58%, which came to 49% in the year 14-15. 49% also, it means we can say round about half of our country's population is still dependent on employment on agriculture sector. Now the third one is export income. Indian agriculture, we all know, helps to get the foreign exchange by exporting the necessary प्रोडक्ट्स. ये हम सब जानते हैं, ये बिगिनिंग ऑफ द चैप्टर में भी स्टडी किया था कि एवरी कंट्री कांट प्रोड्यूस ऑल द थिंग्स. यस, द लाइन दैट वाज गिवन in the textbook is the agriculture productivity of every country of the world is different. Yes, the reason is जो मैंने आपको बताया, द सॉयल, द क्लाइमेट. तो इस वजह से हर कंट्री में सब कुछ प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो सकता. तो जो हमारे कंट्री में प्रोड्यूस होता है एक्सेस में, वो हम दूसरे कंट्रीज़ को बेचते हैं. जब हम बेचेंगे, सो इट इज़ बट नेचुरल दैट वी विल गेट फॉरेन एक्सचेंज. तो जो वो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज हमको मिलेगा, उससे हम वो खरीद सकते हैं दूसरे कंट्री से जो हमारे लिए ज़रूरी होता है, जो हमारे कंट्री में नहीं या कम प्रोड्यूस होता है. नाउ ड्यूरिंग इंडिपेंडेंस पीरियड, the total contribution of India's total export earnings of 70% has been obtained from agriculture. But due to development process, industries and service sector are at the top most, and thus the contribution of agriculture sector in export earning has reduced. So contribution धीरे धीरे export earning में भी एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर का कम होने लगा था, क्योंकि बाकी के दो सेक्टर्स ने प्रोग्रेस करना चालू किया था. Now over here the figures are given. It can be noted that in the year 2013-14, the contribution of agriculture in total export earnings was 14.2%. Yes, वो reduce हो गया 14.2% पे. Now the next point is living standard. Yes, the living standard of many people has improved because of agriculture sector. Now agriculture sector, basic support of India of world population. Agriculture has continuously improved life of people in India also. Yes, basic support है world population के लिए, तो our country is also not an exception over here. And yes, continuously because of agriculture sector, the life of many people has improved. Agriculture sector produces two types of crops, food grains and cash crops. Simple and easy है ये. All the cereals are included in food grains. Students अक्सर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, what are cash crops in examination, in board examination. Now due to production of these food grains, India became self-sufficient. Yes, as development agriculture sector का थोड़ा बहुत जो डेवलपमेंट हुआ था, उसकी वजह से हम धीरे धीरे self-sufficient होने लगे थे. Now cash crops examples are given. Cotton, jute, groundnut, oil seeds, sugar cane, etc. are used as raw materials. Yes, ये सारे raw materials use होते हैं in different industries. Sugar cane से sugar बनता है, we all know. Now food items are mainly included in food grains crops, and these have shown rise in production. Yes, हम self sufficient तभी ही बन पाए क्योंकि ये सारी चीज़ों का production increase होने लगा. Present farmers are also engaged in production of vegetables, fruits, flowers, etc. Now धीरे धीरे सिर्फ फूड ग्रेन्स ही नहीं, वेजिटेबल्स में, फ्रूट्स में, फ्लावर्स का भी प्रोडक्शन जो था वो इंक्रीज होने लगा था. So therefore it can be said that agriculture sector is satisfying requirement of agricultural goods of people. Now figures are given that says that average food grain availability was 395 grams per head per day in a year 1951, which increased to 511 grams in the year 2013. Even there was rise in population. No doubt we all know हमारे country में population बढ़ता ही जाता है every year, but still जो availability थी food grains की वो भी increase होती गई थी. Yes, 395 grams per head per day available था 1951 ईयर में, जो इंक्रीज होके 511 grams हो गया in the year 2013. वाले population rise था. Therefore, yes, we can say that agriculture sector is satisfying the requirement of people in enough quantity, and due to that, average lifespan of people has also increased. Yes, lifespan of people increase हुआ है. डेथ ड्यू टू स्टार्वेशन जो है वो भी कम हुई. नाउ यस, प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर को ही कंटिन्यू करते हुए द फिफ्थ वन इज ग्रोथ ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्शन, ग्रोथ ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्शन बहुत ही सिंपल एंड ईजी है. ऑल द डेटा इज गिवन टू यू ऑन द स्क्रीन इटसेल्फ एंड द कंप्लीट पैरा टेल्स अस दैट यस, यहाँ पे टोटल प्रोडक्शन in agriculture has increased a lot. Food grains if we see in metric tons दिया हुआ है, कॉटन को बेल में काउंट किया जाता है, बाकी ऑल दैट इज फूड ग्रेन्स, पल्सेस, शुगर केन, ऑयल सीड्स सब आपको मेट्रिक टन्स में दिए हुए हैं. 1950-51 में वॉज यस 51 मेट्रिक टन्स, बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हुआ है टू 64.4 एंड yes, it means 2.5 times वो राइज हुआ है. आफ्टर दैट आपको शुगर केन के बारे में दिया हुआ है, 69 था मेट्रिक टन्स, वो भी इंक्रीज होके 348 हुआ है. इट शोज दैट 5 टाइम्स इंक्रीज हुआ है. उसके बाद यू आर गिवन द डेटा अबाउट ऑयल सीड्स एंड कॉटन. ऑयल सीड्स 5.1 to 32.4 metric tons increase हुआ है. So a good rise we can say. It is 6.35 times. Now cotton 2.1 metric bales से increase होके 36.5, it means 7 times increase हुआ है. That becomes possible only due to rise of cultivated land and rise of hectare wise productivity. Yes, cultivable land जो है वो increase हुआ है हमारे country में एंड हेक्टर वाइज प्रोडक्टिविटी भी बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हुई है. पल्सेस यस 8.4 metric tons to 19.6 metric tons increase हुआ है. The data, the source is the reliable one, Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India, 2015. Now, the next and last topic that is included in the present situation of agriculture sector in India, it is yes the base of industrial development. वो भी हम सब लोग स्टडी कर चुके हैं. that it provides the required raw material to the industries, and because of it, due to production, good production in agriculture sector, it is able to provide the raw material to industrial sector and to do the production as per the capacity of industrial sector to attain possible development. Yes, it is because of agriculture sector कि industrial sector जो है वो अपने पूरी capacity पे काम कर पा रहे हैं and yes we are able to attain the development. Now in addition to that, rural areas are becoming big market for industrial products because about 69% population of India live in rural areas. Yes, अब क्योंकि धीरे धीरे एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में भी प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज हो रहा है, द फार्मर्स आर एबल टू अर्न. सो एंड एज मैनी पीपल 69% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन इन आवर कंट्री stays in rural area, so yes, obviously it is big market for industrial products. Here one thing it is noticeable that 69% of the population of rural has main source of income from agriculture. We all know rural area means the main source of income is agriculture. Now due to that only, rural areas are demanding for industrial products like TV, fridge, bike, mobile, etc. Maximum people वहाँ रहते हैं, उनका भी standard of living increase हो रहा है. So it is but natural that the demand for such products is increasing and will increase. So students, with this I'm done with my today's E-class. I'll continue obviously with the same chapter in my next E-class. Thank you.